Grnfeld defense, Petrosian system, 5, Ne4 6.Bh4 Nxc3 7.Bxc3 Dxc4. Wild, a chaotic game where both players had many chances to win. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even. Opening with the queen's pawn. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. By taking control of the crucial d5 square and creating a space on which the knight can move to c3 without obstructing the c-pawn, move c4 helps to create a strong center. With the help of the king's Indian defense, white can get ready to develop the bishop to g7 and create a powerful center that black will later try to damage. c3 prepares the e2-e4 pawn push and helps control the d5 square. The Grnfeld defense uses this pawn push to gain space in the center and attack the c4 pawn. The bishop is developed by bg5, and the knight on f6 is attacked. As a result, the bishop grows and gains flexibility on the long diagonal. By doing this, a knight moves out of its beginning square and into the action. Ne4 places the knight on a center square where it attacks the knight on c3 and the bishop on g5. Bh4 retreats the attacked bishop to safety while keeping it on the h4-d8 diagonal. Nxc3 captures the knight and will double white's pawns when they recapture. Bxc3 recaptures the knight and protects the d4 pawn. Dxc4 captures the pawn and releases the central tension. This exposes a pawn attack. This defends the attacked pawn. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is the last book move. Very precise. It is best. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. It is excellent. Castling develops a rook, while also moving the king to safety. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent tends to lead to less sharp positions as compared with opposite side castling. It is best. This poses a risk of winning a pawn. It is ideal. This prevents the adversary from winning a pawn. It is ideal. The opposing bishop is kicked by a pawn, and must now move or be captured. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. A pawn kicks the opposing knight, forcing it to move or risk being captured. It is ideal. This is an equal trade. This is the only good move. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. This is an equal trade. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is the only good move. It is a great move. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by opposing pawns as it tries to promote. It is best. This poses a fork piece threat. It is quite good. This blocks an attack on a vulnerable pawn. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This poses a risk of winning a pawn. It is incorrect. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. That's good. This poses a fork piece threat. It is incorrect. This misses a fantastic but elusive move. There was just one smart move to be made. It is incorrect. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This overlooks an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. It is a miss. Recaptures. It is ideal. That rook earns material if it is captured. It is ideal. This ignores a more effective technique to reclaim a piece. It is incorrect. This misses a chance to relocate a bishop to safety. It is incorrect. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. This misses a better way to move a bishop to safety. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. It is a mistake. There was only one good move in that position. This misses a better way to defend a pawn that was under attack. It is a miss. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. It is best. This poses a threat to an outpost manned by a knight. It is ideal. Although the score was nearly equal, black now holds the upper hand. It is incorrect. There was only one good move there. This misses a better way to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. It is a miss. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This ignores an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is a miss. There was only one good move in that position. This misses an opportunity to threaten winning a rook. It is a miss. The game was close to balanced, but now white is worse. It is a miss. Although black lost their advantage, the game is still almost evenly matched. It falls flat. This is the only good move. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. It is a great move. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This threatens to take an outpost with a knight. It is good. This accomplishes this by posing a threat to a rook and compelling it to flee. That's good. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is good. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This evades the check from the queen. It is forced. Although the score was nearly equal, black now holds the upper hand. It is incorrect. This threatens to push a passed pawn towards promotion. There was only one good move there. It is a miss. This threatens to win a queen. This misses a chance to obtain a winning position. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a queen. It is a miss. This misses the chance to get a more equal position. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a queen. It is a miss. This is the only move that works. This was a game-changing move, giving white a winning position. This threatens to play checkmate. It is a great move. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. This prevents the opponent from being able to play checkmate. It is best. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This steps away from the checking queen. It is forced. This doubles the rooks onto a single file, which allows them to team up to create threats. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. It is best. This threatens to push a passed pawn towards promotion. It is best. This wins a queen. This stops the opponent from being able to push a passed pawn towards promotion. It is good. This prevents a queen on the other side from checking. It is quite good. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. It is best. This buys time by putting a rook in danger and getting it to flee. It is ideal. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. This prevents a queen on the other side from checking. It is ideal. The queen is now on a square that is more secure. This raises the possibility of an eventual checkmate. It is quite good. This attacks a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away. It is best. This is winning stuff. That's good. This removes a rook that put the king in check. It is best. Recaptures. It is ideal. Backs off. It is ideal. Recaptures. White is ahead at this point in the endgame. It is ideal. Backs off. That's good. It was a free pawn there. It is ideal. This moves the pawn to safety. This threatens to create a passed pawn. It is best. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. This prevents the opponent from being able to create a passed pawn. It is best. Wild, a chaotic game where both players had many chances to win. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. The middle game battle was fairly even.